on the Dawntrail, episode 30. It's my live Final Fantasy XIV MSQ guide and playthrough, where we're on the final patch quests of Heavensward 3.5. After I finish these, I should be straight to go into Stormblood. Dang, a long time coming, and perfect episode 30. So, let's just jump into it. Talking first to Tataru. Tidings from Gyr Abania.
Ah, Furious! Just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise.
A Diamond Forge, she says. Yep, we're just about to finish Heavensward, or the final little bits of the Heavensward expansion, the patch quests, post-expansion quests, going into Stormblood. And yesterday was the day that 6.55, the final little bits for Endwalker going into Dawntrail release, and I finished the MSQ really quickly after I streamed from the last episode. And yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Where the heck is she? Oh, there she is. For some Dawntrail goodness. At last. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments.
Okay. You're what? He's gonna kill me.
Right, everyone. Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes.
The sinister. Why do I look winded?
There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Furious. All in good time.
It's just molested.
Aha! Found you! Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on. We have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting.
How dare she do that to me? Consent, please. Ooh, automatic, okay.
We're here! Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Urianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! You're... Help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Baelsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Gyr Abania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louisoix himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
You know, last patch when he started speaking, I did not even realize it was Papalimo as the narrator. Huh. Well, there it is. Papalimo. Alright, we going to Ishgard to warn Sir Emmerich of the coming troubles. Nago appears. Everything's in motion. Ready to do ourselves some good old Stormblood stuff. But first, gotta deal with this here Griffin. Not you, Lucia. I want Emmerich!
Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich.
Thank you. I appreciate your steadfastness. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would have certainly sent for some wine. This guy wants to continue our date. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we must forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelok that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Furious, pray, accompany Lucia to the Gates of Judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoys join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. We'll do it. Let's do this, Lucia. An envoy for Ishgard. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Indeed. Wait, the Gates of Judgment. You'll probably get there from outside. You know what? We'll just fly. Fly from, 8. Dragonhead. I like being on my chocobo, you know? Makes me feel free in the air. Okay, Dayo. Let's go join Lucia. To Gridania! Ooh, a nice starry sky here. In Kurthis. Interesting, no blizzard. I'm here! Oh. You were here too. Pray forgive my lateness. Who's the envoy? Oh, it's Rammer. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not go in good conscience and make the decision alone. not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Do what you gotta do, Emmerich. Not a man of politics. You know better than me. Probably teleport. Yes, sir. Man. Where's the music? You're not giving me the organ. There it is. There it is. Spoke too soon. I'm here. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Furious? You may see a familiar face. No way.
Furious, old boy. How wonderful to see you. And Sir Emmerich, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse...
Nay, do not trouble yourself, Otto. We should soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will.
Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel in the Observatorium.
I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. A Mana Lane taking the place of Horschiffant? I don't know about that, Chief.
Surprised to see yours truly at the helm?
Oh, here he comes.
You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat.
Dang, look how good looking he is.
Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans, and Onroy's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you.
Indeed. I wish you the best of luck, Manaline. Got big shoes to fill. Gridania, here I come. I wonder when was the last time Emmerich went to Gridania, or if he's ever been to Gridania. Possibly, but maybe he'll tell me. So this is Gridania. That's his first words. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I'm as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. Okay, he has been here before. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. An allied decision. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. Pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Hey. Oh, let me see that guy. Appeared out of nowhere, bro. To the Lotus Stand. Yes. Hunter's Guild. Yush. Nope, that's it.
The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you and the Leminson party as well. You giddy. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich.
Admiral, always a pleasure.
And Furious,
I trust you are well.
'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Master Furious, I was glad to hear from Rio that the missing scions have now been found.
There is much and more I would discuss with you. Let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? Indeed. Please let it be voiced. Too many characters, bro.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Baelsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Chaos. Alright, Alphino. So what do we do? Oh, immediate cutscene. Love it. Not voiced. That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I fear I had missed you. Sir Emmerich! Master Alphino, a pleasure, as always. And Mistress Alize, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Furious for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Whoa, didn't even see her over there. True shinobi.
Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit may be keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's plead for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray, convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Bye, Emmerich. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? I agree. That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Oh, jeez. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalymo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on in Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Of course they went to go talk to the Sylphs. Completely forgot about them. It do make sense, though. Welcome back, Furious. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. We're flying through this. Uh-oh. Griffin on the wall. Well, as much as I enjoyed the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Soon that theme's gonna change. We get the Stormblood one. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what of Alfino? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Hitaru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. Ah, if only there were some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the routes, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as you are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration, If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It's been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryl and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Leveliers? I will return to the East Shroud and watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might ever prevail upon you to accompany me, Furious. Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask you to remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose this task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. To the wall, blah, blah, blah. Alfino. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Right. Talk, 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 talk. Wish I was doing that, but I decided against it. Let's do this. To the wall! Griffin, Griffin, on the wall. Cutscene. Ah, Furious. There you are. Come. Oh my gosh. Amarisai's spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Amarisai. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed. I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are adventuring into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alfino. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papa Limo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Indeed. What news, Serpent Scout? Oh. Cutscenes! Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers. You will find them on the observation platform. Pray, proceed. This one's voiced. Oh no. Greetings, my friends. It is good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I'd rather have to watch here, see, and the sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. If memory serves, I've not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Obviously not. Report! What? 7 hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was the bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire would surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may not yet be more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance accompanying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Furious, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work out to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we could do that... Lady Hilda, may I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Huh. I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Oh no! That is a mess. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to their suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Can I get a redo, please? Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Off you know. Yep. Cutscene. From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for our position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. You can leave it to me, Alfino. Baelsar's wall. Baelsar's wall. How accessible. Let's do it, baby. Pretty sure this, yep, I can go with an NPC group. And I gotta, ooh, hey, it's my old crew. The Scion Marauder, Scion Conjurer, and Scion Thaumaturge. Look at them hats now. Dang, dude, they got some hats, bro. All right, let's do it. Baelsar's wall. Here we go. Let's go find this here Griffin. Yeah, boy. I distinctly remember doing this back in the day.
I remember the exact position I was sitting in, where my desk was. A lot of the Stormblood stuff is like a blur to me, but it was when I was so deep into this game, after having done all the Heavensward stuff, I'm like, oh boy. But I think I blew through it in like 3 days. 3 or 4 days. Stay sharp, everyone. Let's do this! Hiya! I wonder if I can pull more. Pull in more. I know you can handle it, Scion Marauder. You've done it before. Uh-oh. Oh. Let me help this guy out now. More! More! Can I get more? Maybe? That might be the last one. Nope. Hello! Ah! There we go. Now just heal me up, Conjurer. That'd be good. Oh, jeez! We're good. We're Gucci. Imagine dying in the very, like, beginning of the dungeon. That would be embarrassing. Truly embarrassing. No, this dungeon theme is a play off of Serenity, the theme of the 12swood. Did not realize that until just now. Interesting. Let's see if how they changed any of the bosses. The only one I remember, obviously, is the very last one. He's so meme-worthy, but I wonder if anything else is different. Or if they change anything at all. Let's see, can I zoom more? Will I pull more people if I go this way? I will not. Whoa, what was that? Take that! Oh, the benefits of being a bard. Just standing around, spamming AoEs. Lovely. Come on. We'll drop something, probably. Knew it. Look at that key. Hey! Let's see, can I pull this entire room? Or is there multiple things to pull in this room? It seems there's few of them this way. Let's clear them out. Indeed. Oh my gosh. My AoE reach that guy way over there? It does not. Should probably go help him. You're welcome, friend. See if my AoE reaches here. I don't think it does. No, it does. Either way. Give me a key. Yes. For a second there in the cutscenes, I thought I'd be able to fight this with Pippin. That would be super cool. Pippin, the serpent guy, and the lady with the axe. Now that would be fun. Alright, I don't remember this boss, but we'll see what happens. Magic Claw, Tank Buster. Ooh, half his health. Yikes. My guy didn't pop Rampart. Probably kill the ads, yeah? Okay, yep. A link to us. Probably not good. Oh my goodness. Don't stand in that. Tassinda's with you. Tank Buster. Yeet. More ads. I have a giant thing above my head. It probably means run away. Oh my goodness. Pop one of these. That thing hurts, bro. I actually still have not checked to see when I freaking learned Troubadour, or whatever that defensive is. Can't really look into my abilities. Wham, 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 wham. Come on. This guy's got a lot of health. Actually, just for this. Almost there. Just chilling without a song there for a second. Embarrassing. Those claws were no joke. Right, the outer reaches are just ahead. Hey-ya! Ah, the elevator sequence. Is that the switch for the platform? Only one way to find out. Bring it on. Ooh, piece of candy. Hey. Whoa, that's a lot of bumps. Small fry, eh? You picked the wrong warrior light to mess with. No, not a claw! Claw. Holy smokes, please. Die. Oh, right then. Adamantite claw. Gotta go fast. Whoa! Invited this guy. 3 of them! How dare they? Go on. We're going AoE. Whoa, buddy. Now we're going. Dun, dun. Did I put dots on? Probably. Am I going to? Is it finally over? Yes. No, oh, the freaking claw. Big, meaty claws. Holy! We got claws galore. Yeah. Whoa. Knockbacks even. Interesting reactions. Oh, alright. More! The perfect tank spot in the corner. Love it. No matter what angle I'm at, my AoEs will hit. My conal AoEs. Now it's over, Conjurer. Nope, just kidding. His ruse. 3 targets. Back to AoE. Needle burster. Oh no! Oh, that hurts. Oh no! Don't like that. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Now, can we move on? Yes. At last. Not a crab! The evolutionary endpoint. Oh, this one's definitely dangerous. Worry not. I'll tend your wounds. Launcher, probably raid wide. Yep. Okay. Motion tracking activated. No. Oh, okay. Don't move, I think. Oh, okay. Don't even attack. Wait, what does that do? Okay, next time it pops up, I'll figure it out. Magitech slashers. Oh, what is this? Okay. Dance. Launcher, room wide. Alright, let's see. Yeah, one more, a couple more in there. What does this do? This does penalty with stats for any action, auto attack or movement taken after. Oh, I can't even auto attack him? Alright, fine. The more you know. Ram. Stay behind him. It's usually the safest place. I never miss an opening. More ads. Let's see. Okay, don't stand in the bad parts. Oh, don't stand in the bad parts. Room wide. Okay, this time for sure. Just sit. Don't do anything. Got him. Oh, and my friggin' dots fell off. Oops. Got it. Clear the parapet. Don't mind if I do. We're almost to the top. How dare you? Is that thing reaching him? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Whew, someone did some huge damage, and it was not me. Give me that key. And some treasure. Oh. Yes. Oh, casting. Yes. Alright. Let's get up here. Wonder how my friends are doing. They're doing well in the tunnels beneath the thing. Hold back! We must withdraw! Nay! Oops. Probably pull more. But I don't want to, unfortunately, get murked because my party doesn't want to follow me. Yeah! Please. Oops. Let's go. Come on. Come on, friends. Hip hip. Ooh, treasure. Ooh. Slaying? Come on. Alright, now we're gonna pull. Keep up. Don't dilly-dally. Oh. Ah! Thank you for taking aggro. Like a good tank boy. Oh? What? Come on. Lance-wielding loyalist. Onward. Here? Yeah. Aha! Time to meet your doom, Griffin. This guy. At last, I get to put him in the dirt. The Griffin finally shows his face. Your scheming ends here, you bastard. I'll give you a glorious end, Warrior of Light. Come, see what awaits you at the far edge of fate. I'm not gonna say it. I'll let him say it. Beak of the Griffin, what is that? Let's see. Raid wide. This is the man that took... Oh, look away. They say this is the man that took Rabon's arm, so... Obviously he's a big deal. Don't want to take him lightly. Sloppy!
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Tank Buster?
Sloppy.
Sloppy! For amigo! Alright, let's see. What does the AI here do here? Because me, I just want to... Nope, they want to go in the middle, okay.
How'd you like this?
Nice. Pro tip, do it like that. If you have to attack something else, position yourself... Oh no! It's fine. Sloppy! Position yourself between the glowing eye and the thing you're attacking. That way when you auto-attack the thing you're attacking, you'll automatically face that way and away from the eye. See if he does it again. We can demonstrate once more. Restraint collar? Let's see a squirm out of this! I got you. Why am I doing dots? Stupid. Sloppy! That's it. Where you going? Sanguine blade. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I don't have a freaking song on that whole time. Beak of the Griffin. Raid wide.
Tear you limb from limb.
Look away. I'm not even gonna risk it. Oh wait, no, let's take Buster.
Sloppy.
Idiot!
For Alamigo!
Lion's head. Yeah, here we go. Here's the thing. So, I'm gonna put all these things down.
I have you now.
And during this sequence, he will cast his ability that makes it so that you want to look away. So I'll position myself between him and the thing. So I'm looking away, but still attacking my target. Auto attack will make me face the thing I'm attacking. So, two birds with one stone, you know? That way you don't have to just stop and do nothing. No! Missed it. Dang it. Got him. Too easy, man. Too easy. Sloppy. Did you really think you could take on the Warrior of Light? You got another thing coming, friend. You say anything this time, friends? No words for me? How about you, ill bird? Any words? No. Striking? Did I get any gear? Eels. Let's do this.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells! Do you hear that?
War machines!
How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
There's nowhere to run! We're cut off!
gods help us. What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Dang you, Laurentius.
Mighty Rolger. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Ah, Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works! It is time to leave!
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go! The further away, the better!
No! If you're staying, then so am I!
No, Ida! There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this! Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Oh, jeez. Trust in Papalimo and leave on the airship. Stay Papalimo's. Ah! I'm still like brimming with chills in my brain right now. I don't remember what I did the last time. I just remember blowing through all this. And now I'm letting it sit. Oh. I trust in you, Papalimo.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Oh. Oh. Brilliant. Brilliant performances. Brilliant all the way through. They should have kept the backing track all the way through up until the very end of the cutscene, rather than cut it off when Thancred goes and takes Ida. My God. It's weird. I don't know. Like before, it was like, Papalymo, whatever. But like, his sacrifice just hits so much harder this time. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo is my friend. I should have been there with him. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louisoix wore that same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, all right? I know. There was nothing more you could have done. Ilberd caught us all off guard. Even Furious was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise me that you will never forget what Papalymo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Griffin on the wall. Bye, Ida. Louisoix's finest student. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray, make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others for our imminent return. The parallels between... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Wait a minute. My controller's bugging out. There you go. The parallels between the A Realm Reborn trailer and that little cutscene right there, top notch. If you haven't seen it, I advise you go watch it. What the heck is happening with this stupid thing? Please! I just want to play the game! Slinky! Come on. Hopefully it works now. Come on. Alizé. Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Oh, why is this? Hold on. Chotomate. Let me just see if I can fix this. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Aye. Behind the Griffin's mask, we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. Are you kidding me? My controller's being dumb, so we're just gonna advance like this. Actually, I can put it, there you go, I'll put it behind me. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. Not one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalymo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes.
In the depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind-expected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly try my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What? Without so much as a by your leave?
Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alisaie, I shall honor thy fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light.
Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilber's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it.
Louisoix's finest. Please, why is my controller bugging out, bro? School's out forever. Yeah, it seems like a bit too much emotion and bad taste. School's out forever. Let me see if I can fix this here real quick. Something is not right here. Please connect. Come on now. Okay. Seems like we're connected again. Let's hope this lasts. Alright. In the wake of such tragedy, what do we do, Alisaie? The obvious solution. Oh, I guess it's obvious.
Furious. I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning, we still have no idea how long it will be before...
Oh.
A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones into Taru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Thanks to Taru. Ever the faithful one.
Oh, immediate cutscene, okay. Boy, we in it now.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good God, man! Are you all right?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Oh no, a new character has entered the midst. Norfolk Altar. To Gridania. Let's see. Conjurer's Guild. Let's go talk with the Alliance leaders. See what they have to say about this mess. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please. Sources tell me I'm being plagued by lag. I apologize if that's the case.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Baelsar's wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allegans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allegans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allegans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Oh, you're gonna ask me, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, everything's busted, man. I tell you what. Oh, let me just, makes a convincing case. No, but I'll keep an eye on him. No, keep an eye on him.
And welcome back, David Woomer. Thanks for tuning in.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Cid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Here we are with another ragtag group. But I think my connection issues have been resolved. Looks like things are back in order. Minimal lag, if any at all. And my controller hopefully should stick with it. After this session, I'll see if I can do any other things in the background. But onward, off you know. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Daijobu, he's gonna help us. What do we do, Afino? The Greater... What the heck? Obeisance? Obeisance. Obeisance. I've never seen that word. The Greater Obeisance. Cid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alize is already on her way, and it would not do to lag far behind. Let us be off. To the airship! Yes. We're off to find Omega with the help of Nero. Personally, I actually do like him as a character, so I'm glad he joined. That is not the voice I would have assigned to him, though. Every time, when you randomly give someone a voice because they don't have any voice lines, and then they come in with a voice actor, you're always wrong, so I apologize for that. Inconsistencies. Hey, Ryan, Cid. Furious, Alfino. Ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of the man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Afino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... Oh, well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Carteneau? Ah, I might ask that we delay our departure slightly. I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed.
it would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Curious, pray, accompany Alize back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing that you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the lit girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Indeed. Hida. Oh, Hida. You are traveling with Master Garland, sir. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Alright. That was fast. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? Could've just teleported there from the beginning, but, you know... Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. To the Rising Stones. Nero Toskeva. Oh, that's him.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Y'shtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Ugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Ugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma. and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the Greater Obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Dang, Gosetsu's such a breath of fresh air.
Oh. Furious, wait! Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we,
molested you? Ambushed you?
molesting. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You can try it on right now if you like.
Let's see. We got drip. See if we got the drip. I just did it in the main hall? Dang. Oh boy, I got drip. Oh! The tie?
Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel?
Thumbs up. Nice.
You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light is... well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, bring you home. May it always protect you.
Dang, dude, look at him. I can give you a monocle too. Nani? Let me look at myself. Did it automatically glamour me, or... Oh no, I'm still in the thing. Okay, so I gotta go put it in my glamour dresser. But as I was saying, Gosetsu, breath of fresh air. Holy smokes, I can't help but be reminded of our new visitor from patch 6.55. If you're that far, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then we'll get there eventually, don't worry.
Fly free, my pretty. So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, maybe you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl. A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartano Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Furious, Ida, and our Doman friends here take care of security. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. That's my official Sid voice from here going forward. This is how it's gonna be. Despite the fact that he sounds much different now. Alright, Sid, me boy. To the Excelsior! Look at all my friends. Uh-oh. A duty? We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Aline Roya, I forgot what her name is, was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Let's do it! I don't mind a fight, for I'm the Warrior of Light. Everything I do is right. Because for me, I win with might. Something like that.
Now, where was that? Ah! I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Have fun. I know I will.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
That's Nero's hammer, isn't it? Alright, how are we doing this? Defeat Grinwat. What? I'll stomp these worms into the dust myself. This is my fight, you understand?
Alright, we'll see how well that works out for you. Oh!
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
Giddy's a true ninja. I could hear the chocolate things.
You watching, Pabalimo?
May misjudge the enemy.
Can't read that fast.
With soul and steel!
This one'll sting. No retreat. No surrender.
Oh my god. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Oh no, did I just lose? Oh, thank goodness. Oh man. Maybe I shouldn't be AoEing. He's not gonna speak?
Surrender! We have you outnumbered! Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? Ah, I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to bring it back.
Eh?
Aha! The red Magitech. Behold, the Red Baron. Now, end this nonsense.
I should do this for.
What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward for the Empire.
Really?
The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares this fate. Pray, attend to the rest of his minions.
Gotta find my groove. There you go. Bye, Gosetsu. Actually, I don't want to be in this thing. I'd be much more comfortable if I actually just fought on foot. Okay. Oh. That doesn't do anything.
Aha! Whoa! Whoosh!
Ah, see what is it?
You watching, Pabalimo?
I'm just kind of randomly doing stuff here. Oh, this guy, huh? Boo-boos, eh? I don't know who in particular I should be trying to fight.
No retreat.
No
surrender.
Like this.
With soul and steel.
Oh,
The giants, eh?
oh, jeez.
It's all over now.
Got him. Got him.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna waste all these guys.
Feel the might of my Red Baron. Hiya!
This one will sting. Oh, she's. Oops. The defense is lacking. Too easy.
Yeah, get out of here. Come on, get. Pathetic.
Please? Now that's just embarrassing. Pitiful.
You bring this fate upon yourself. Damn it all to the seventh hell.
Whatever he says after that, I didn't have enough time.
Look upon a the samurai of Soma!
No holding back!
Bum, 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 bum. Why is he attacking me, bro? Bum, 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 bum.
No retreat. No surrender.
Excuse me.
With soul and steel!
Yeah, that's right. Sit down, punk.
You haven't seen the last of me. Mark my words. It'll be you who rules this day.
There we go. He's got that little twang there too, not just the gruffness. Dun, 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 dun.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Baelsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Well, what do you think? Is there any other way? Yes. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalymo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do!
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Oh boy. God dang.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalymo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Oh no. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Yikes.
Oh, kawaii.
One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. Makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. That's what we do, Alfino. The far edge of fate.
Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling across towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seed Seer is expecting us. Worry not, Avino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yukiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony.
Alright. Let's go give our report. And chalk this up as finished. To the Lotus Stand.
The Elder Seed Seer awaits you within.
There they are. The leaders themselves. On a center. Big cutscene, I'm sure.
My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done.
You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. Tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in awakening Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed.
What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gyr Abania.
The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamigan's soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other.
While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of far eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have alas no eyes on the Gyr Abanian side of the border.
Aye, which is why we have sent our main force, under the command of Marshal Tarupin, to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border, and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his team when the Council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen to the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue.
Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns.
Indeed. I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance for its representatives in Gyr Abania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Gardamal's grasp. Yes.
You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others are gathered at Amarisai's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on.
Bye, friends. Going to the spire. See what all the hubbub's about. Prince of Pestilence. Thanks. Y'shtola. Oh, cutscene.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by a mega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Allag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalymo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalymo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Sharlayan. That was where she met Master Louisoix. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalymo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Why did you never tell me? Or silence. I'm gonna speak, bro.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lys. When Papalymo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lys. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Ala Mhigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
It was brave of Lys to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. No way. Yep, there it is. The third roll credits. We got one at the end of the base expansion, where you beat Thordan. You get one after killing Nidhogg, as shown here, and then you get one now, at the very end of the Heaven's Ward post-expansion patches, just before you start Stormblood. Still accompanied by the amazing track that is Dragon Song. So good. Fortunately, I'm going to skip this for the sake of time. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff happened. The Warriors of Darkness, all that stuff. Ugh, that setup for something that doesn't happen for the entire expansion. Like, good graciousness, guys. Good graciousness. Let's end this. The far edge of fate with talking with Alize. He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. The only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Store blood. Lys has chosen her path, and as her friends we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gyr Abania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom, but indolence, correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Ala Mhigans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire. As, I rather suspect, do you. Completo! Oh, another cutscene. I'm stuck. Quick march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father.
Aye. Almost. Stand firm, Pippin.
I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me.
Very well, Albert. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Oh no. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and unknown Icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, the battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done.
I know. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting.
Oh boy.
At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies, and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
5 minutes of fate. And at last, we have completed all, I'm saying all, of Heavensward. This next quest offered by Alphino will bring me now into the Stormblood expansion, the true start of Stormblood. And boy, I am hyped. I know Stormblood has a bit of a reputation for being one of the on the lower end of quality in terms of expansions, but man, it holds a place dear in my heart. One, because of the music. Ugh, I love the leitmotif of the Stormblood theme. It's so good, so good. And there are some things, of course, I don't like, but either way, I'm very, very excited. So starting very soon, we get to go into Stormblood. Thank you everyone who decided to tune in, and thanks for everyone who's been following me from the beginning or sometime in the middle. I really, really appreciate it. This is On the Dawntrail, my live Final Fantasy XIV MSQ guide and playthrough where, as I said, just finished Heavensward, now moving into Stormblood. Let's see if I can crank out the base expansion by the end of January. As I said, I'm trying to complete the entirety of the MSQ leading up to Dawntrail before that expansion comes out sometime in summer. So I have a few months to go and still a few expansions to get through. So once more, thank you very much to whoever you may be. Good morning, good night, and everything in between. Until next time.
See ya!